Jacinta Nampijinpa Price is a senator representing the good people of the Northern Territory. She does so, of course, in Canberra, and there is much to talk about her side of politics tonight. She joins us now from, well, not Canberra right now. Where are you tonight, mate?
Yeah, no, I'm in Canberra.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. Sorry, I was just quickly judging off the background. They never bring it up fast enough. Okay, let's get to this. I want to get your reaction to a couple of things and then obviously your perspective on where everything is, right? There is no more popular guest in the history of this program, I would say, than your good self. People look forward to hearing what you have to say because they love what you're about and they love that you're no BS, right? How do you feel about people like Cory Bernardi when they want to get it back into Parliament? They want to do so via One Nation and not back through the Libs, the Nats, the Country Liberal Party, the LNP, or all of the various other versions of Team Blue?
Oh, look, I mean, I guess that's up to that individual. I suppose it's their right. We were part of a broader democracy to stand up and throw their hat back in the ring and to have another go. That's entirely Cory's choice, obviously. And there are those people who feel like they still have more in them in being able to serve the Australian people. So look, that's their choice, and good luck. I suppose I say.
Did you played that beautifully? All right, you just straight little middle stump, bang. That's gone. No middle stump, just bang. That's it. Dot ball. All right. So I'll try this one. Obviously, the plan was for you to run as the deputy to Angus Taylor post-election when leadership was an option. I haven't heard anything from Angus Taylor in the past couple of days about whether his intention is to do something or whether his intention is to absolutely not do something. Have you had any similar conversations with Angus Taylor that you had post the election?
Oh, look, I suppose, if there's going to be any kind of leadership spill, then whoever is going to be any kind of challenger will make that clear. And until such time, I suppose, it's unclear. And these are all obviously questions and conversations for the party room. And we'll wait and see, I suppose.
Do you think it's time for a change? Does there need to be a change, or is that something that can be dealt with later?
Look, I think if you ask the Australian people, I think there is certainly an expectation from the people of this country, certainly those who have been supporters of the Liberal Party, that we're not reflecting what they'd like to see in who we are. And, I believe that going forward, we need to be less Labor light, I suppose Labor in blue, if you like. We need to be able to be prosecuting policies that are of absolute difference to Labor and representing the needs of the Australian people, and working hard to demonstrate to the Australian people that, one, we're an effective opposition, but two, we are the alternative government for the Australian people. It's basic things like being able to, the message is clear. We need to restore cheap energy. We need to make sure that we are building townhouses instead of tower blocks. We need to make sure that we're stopping mass immigration. I mean, these are concerns that the Australian people have, to be able to bring back industry. These are the sorts of messages that the Australian people want to hear. They don't want to see the infighting and the squabbling. They don't want to hear about the last time members of the Liberal Party were briefed out against by their own colleagues. They want to see some substance, and they want to see a backbone, and they want to see us take up the fight to Labor instead of it being amongst ourselves.
Do you think it can be fixed? Because I'm sitting here thinking, again, right, that there is obviously, and everyone knows it, right, the adult obvious conversation is that there are versions of Liberals, right? There are people who think it goes this way, all of that stuff, right? And sometimes that can manifest itself in, as you say, people supposedly on the same team who are going out and saying nasty things about other people behind the scenes, or even as a way of trying to drop the hammer like you've experienced. It happens publicly. Obviously, people all want to unite around a goal, which is winning, but what needs to happen behind the scenes for either everyone to let it go, drop the temperature, forgive, circuit break, what's something here?
I think people need to put their egos to the side and understand that we've been elected by the Australian people. That's who have put us there, and that is who we should be representing. And as I said, we need to reflect their needs and their expectations, and ultimately they come first. That's who we need to be putting first, is the Australian people. As for the Liberal Party, I think we need to, going forward, it needs to be about pre-selecting individuals who are there for the right reasons, who have conviction, who are willing to stand up and have a go and have a fight and not be timid to take the fight up to a horrendous government and a horrendous Prime Minister who is absolutely running this place into the ground. I mean, if you look at the current situation, people are being shot and killed on our beach, and this is under this government's watch, and yet this Prime Minister is still up there as appearing to be the most popular preferred Prime Minister in the country, even after everything that we've gone through. And so we need to take a cold, hard look at ourselves to say, righto, enough of the nonsense. Let's get it together. This is about the Australian people after the first most horrific terrorist attack that's occurred on our home soil.
Yeah, I also want to say to all of those people that are, feeling weird, feeling wobbly, feeling dejected, whatever it happens to be, the lady you can see on TV right now is not intimidated by polls. Remember when 60-40 was the other way around? All right, opinion polls, they come, they go, we'll see what happens. But this is the type of person in Jacinta Nampijinpa Price who can turn things around if they're given the space, leadership and opportunity to do so. Jacinta, thank you for the chat. Thank you for being so honest. I look forward to a much easier chat when we see you in a couple of weeks' time. Thank you, darling.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, bloody oath. Good on you.